The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Lance. Little short pass here. And right away, he lost the football. And it looks like one of the DBs has it. And hopefully for both sides, not a sign of things to come, Charles. This morning, it was so perfect outside, but we knew this weather was coming, and we see the effects of it here early on.
And I wonder if how perfect it was this morning has psychologically fooled everyone. You know, it's almost like even though we were told the weather was coming, and you know the teams knew it as well, then maybe they got fooled and thought, it's going to be okay. And now they're probably a little upset that it's out there.
Because warm-ups were dry.
Oh, well, dry. And now you've got to make the change up. And it's the first quarter. Might take them a little time to settle in on their focus and concentration.
First down. Here's Ritter. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. You look at this Carolina defense. And they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Ritter now on second down. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. 6-0 our score after one. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it with a third down coming up. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Panthers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2. And, Charles, you look at this defense, they were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game again.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jamal Dean. And they're going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. I saw the pressure coming out, and that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Now a 2nd and 10. A handoff for Etienne. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Bucs on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw it here. Ritter. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to make it 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
If it was sunny, maybe this is a field goal attempt, but with the rain, they're going to go for it on 4th down.
Ritter going to sneak it.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as he pushes forward for a couple on 4th and inches. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Watch out now, 50 Fury.
Another tote for Etienne. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 49 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with Etienne. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Second and 5 from the 8. A shotgun snap and again to Etienne. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. ETN is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, I know defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Going in motion left, that's Campbell. They'll try to run with ETN. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Travis Etienne, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And they're able to add on to their advantage.
Well, he's been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
A good hold of these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Little short pass here to Hill. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. An audible here to get a new look. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Here's the Panthers punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
On the double.
This a 2nd and 8.
Right.
Here's a give to ETN. A strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. And the half will begin with a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And this is going to be a Panthers 1st down as good running gets them to about the 44.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now a play fake. Lance. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 more yards that go around. A 1st down as well.
A couple of 1st downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's Lance. He's going to air one out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. These two teams, they met in Charlotte earlier in the year with the Panthers coming out on top. So if they can win here in Tampa, they'd be able to claim the season sweep. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Well, it's not time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a much more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Lance on the bootleg. Little short pass here to Hill. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Going for it with Sanders. Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. Well, the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Ritter on 1st and 10. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Ritter with another throw on second down. And this is going to be incomplete.
That was well played, but that's also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Ritter back to throw. Buying time to his left. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit.
Well, that's the kind of play that was lacking all the way through the first half. Maybe this can give them a little bit of a spark because they're not out of this game by any stretch.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Lance wants to change him up. Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. Little short pass here to Hill. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Rolling to his right. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. Only able to gain a couple here. And 3rd down and 6 to go. He was out there waving his arms. Maybe the quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help. I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Ready?
And they'll go again with Etienne. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 87 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Here we go.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Ready.
Ritter now looking to throw it this time. And this is incomplete.
Let's phrase this delicately, okay? Might have had a better option instead of throwing the football into double coverage.
He was blanketed. I was surprised that he went his direction.
Yeah, should have thought maybe about the check down. Take the completion, keep moving.
Ready up.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 11.
Ready. Go.
Back to throw, Ritter. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And now off to the races down the right side. And we'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Ritter now. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Ritter from the gun. Oh, he he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
Well, he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. And they'll run here with Etienne. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So all things considered, that's not the final nail, but it does make things exceedingly difficult now on the other side.
Yeah, because obviously now with a 16-point game, the other guys don't need just 2 touchdowns. They need a couple of 2-point conversions as well. Plus, they'll need either a turnover or an onside kick in there somewhere. So you're just adding to the list of things that need to happen in sequence. And it's going to be a pretty tall order this late in the game.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead. Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any room trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Lance. And that is incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Desperation time here. Lance. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. And the Panthers turned away on fourth down. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. Going play action. Ritter. They'll roll him out right. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. Looking for Cade Otton that time. That'll bring up second down.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll run. It's Etienne. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Here we go.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. Third down. Ritter. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this will stay a 2-score game at 16. Now this one now not over yet, Charles. You've got a sliver of hope on that other sideline.
You certainly do, because that would have made it a 3-score game, and that probably would have been curtains at that point. But now if they can get down the field quickly and somehow get the ball back one more time, we may have a different ball game.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
And Lance now to throw. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. The Panthers on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. To throw, it's Lance. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
First down, Carolina.
And Lance, he's going to change the play. Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early.
Okay, ready?
Penalties not what they needed here. 1st and 15. Throwing now is Lance. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Well, they'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Lance looking to throw it. Into the hands of Cooper. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Lance. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Let's go. Fight, 97.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he pulls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. A great effort there. 29 yards. And the Buccaneers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And Well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Their own 18-yard line.
Thank you. That's how it's done.
Ready.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage, because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And Lance going to throw. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Kalijah Kancey able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. The 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try the left side with Etienne. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle.
Let's go now. Black rock.
Handoff running left is Etienne. And he stopped immediately there. The former LSU Tiger Dante Jackson on the stop. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
But they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for Tampa Bay, they level their mark at 4-4 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Carolina, things are kind of getting ugly as they drop to 1-7 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves.
We got London on the Whole club selling out of here to doing stadiums. Gold diggers don't come around, they don't survive my radius. I keep it too real for real, and that's that made me rich. That's what made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. Yeah, whole club selling out of here to doing stadiums. Small business don't come around, they don't survive my radius. All I talk about, and that's what really made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. That's what made me rich. The whole club. My crown way too white to be shooting in the odds. I'm sleeping good at night, see the door don't got no locks. To be spiteful, she best friends with the ops. And you need better stop. Standing on my money, dog. Please don't get involved. Ain't nobody running off. Rules to the basics. I can't be no son-in-law. I can't take the summer off. I make it look good and all, but this is no vacation. All the goons, they respect me and I know it. Watch your words and your tone, you not a poet. My advice, please don't try to be heroic. Let me know they whole club selling out of here to doing stadiums. Gold diggers don't come around, they don't survive my radius. I keep it too real for real, and that's what made me rich. That's what made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. Yeah, whole club selling out of here to doing stadiums. Small business don't come around, they don't survive my radius. All I talk about, and that's what really made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. That's what made me rich. I never had a mentor. Only watch Scarface. I met her at a club. She twerk better when her heart breaks. Hey, put the wanna everything that I can. I'm praying for a Bentley and to never go to jail. I'm fresh up out the gutter, I don't know if you can tell. I'm hustling for everything I do for legacy. You can call me any type of day, my dog, I never sleep. The only rule I got is if we don't embarrass me. I write down my problems, then record it just for therapy. Just for clarity. Whole club selling out of here to doing stadiums. Gold diggers don't come around, they don't survive my radius. I keep it too real for real, and that's what made me rich. That's what made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. Yeah, whole club selling out of here to doing stadiums. Small business don't come around, they don't survive my radius. All I talk about, and that's what really made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. That's what made me rich. The whole club.
It's like I've been smooth for so long, I'm trying to get rough. Buffing my nails, dog, I'm trying to get buff. Shaping my beard up, I'm like